Hello everyone, good evening. Today is November 27th. Hope everybody had great Thanksgiving, great long weekend, and ready to kickstart into the last month of the year, last week of November. So, anyways, guys, back to work today. Today was a very slow day. There were not many plays that we did in the community, but there were a bunch of good A plus setups, and we're going to talk about why to focus on a certain theme is so important and why to focus on a certain news is so important. So we'll cover today about the news about how the Black Friday or the holiday, the transactions were affecting a lot of retail stocks, a lot of payment stocks, how the first thing that we noted today. So we'll discuss that, the importance of being on top of the theme. Why is it important as a trader, as an investor? So we will discuss that. You know, Today watch list was small, as you see. Shop AFRM was on the top of the watch list that I personally played. Pins also was a long play today, which is our swing play that people day traded as well. Personally, for me, it's a swing setup. But we'll talk about pins as well. Then we'll talk about our NVDA and Tesla. How did NVIDIA behave, Tesla behave, and a little bit about the choppy market trend today. So we'll cover all those plays today. Before I do that, this is for anybody new. This is how I create my watch list. I go back, check all the news. We check the news in the morning. Bunch of resources. Check a bunch of the gappers. Um, you know, um, all the news sources. I have a bunch of those news sources. I go there. I make sure I check the news, like you see here. Read the news about Amazon, Walmart, Shopify. um, Roku was there, that was running today, so that was good. And so yeah, so we are on top of everything. Although I did miss few plays today, I didn't put them on my watch list. I didn't expect them to, like for example, Roku was good, but missed it in the morning. But later from the hunter psych, it was doing good breakout. So that was our watch list. We were ready for the day, and as always, I had my levels in the plan given to everybody. For example, today the Tesla levels, 235 level, pretty much held in a good way. IWM short from the support break was decent. you know um, so so these were the levels. You can take a screenshot and go back, review, and see how they work out. So we do that every day. We make a plan before the market opens. So we have those watch lists, our plans, our levels ready to go. And as you see, before the market open, I look at the few of the names that I'm focusing on. I was focusing on Shop. Focus was on Amazon. AFRM was the huge focus, a big play today. Coin was on a focus, but it was on a bearish trend to start the day. But I will show you how it turned into the bullish trend, and we will cover that as well. Anyways, that being said, let's kickstart. So today, all the retail stocks, because of the huge move, huge transactions and the sales on the Black Friday, there were some bullish numbers out for AFRM. Buy now, pay later. They did in billions in transactions. So everything that, because of that, all the retail stocks, right? So you can make a watch list. Walmart, Target. These are the in the store, or Amazon, Shopify, Costco. So these were all the retail names. Not only that, even the payment stocks, Square, and all those. So first thing I tweeted this morning was about that the focus today should be retail stocks, right? And if you see, Walmart was a big push at the open, right? And Amazon. So Amazon was also, the same theme that I was talking in community. It dipped, right? So it dipped, filled the gap, right? So 147. What level did I give? 147. So it dipped from 147 and pushed right back up. Right? So you can see how those levels, and it reclaimed the bullish pivot. Reclaimed the bullish pivot at 950, and then from there it pushed higher into 149s. So you can see when it reclaimed, that's what I said about that. And it's all about having those ideas, what you want to play, where is the volume today in the market. So that's all that matters, right? So a lot of traders traded these names. However, I guided my levels were clear on Amazon. You know, Costco was running, not my personal play, but it was again from the watch list. If you took any of these ideas, most likely you did good in the start, end of the day, or by end of the day. So that was just a high level watch list, high level took idea for my community, and you see all of them rallied today, and all of them held EMA Clouds, and this Costco pushed higher as well. So just a general, and now let's see what did I focus on. I focused on two names, AFRM on shop to start the day. So let's look at those now. So here, so looking at AFRM, guys, so what was the plan for AFRM? So AFRM was on my watch list. As you know, we read those news in the pre-markets. If you are not up early, you do not know what is happening in the market, what is bullish and why is it bullish, right? Because if you do not know that, then it's hard for you to have a conviction in your trades or do something, right? So a lot of people, like somebody was asking me after the firm ran, like, Rip, hey, how did you find that? How did you know to long the firm? So I'll show you in a minute here. So let's see. So even before the market opened, a firm was my watch list. I had a bullish bias, but it was little extended from the clouds. So you see, when I say extended from the clouds, just how I teach in my webinars, closer the clouds, lesser my risk, right? It's all about your risk reward. You try to find better reward, lesser risk. So I wanted little pullback, but then as soon as market opened and I was on the voice, I saw it breaking out of this pre-market high range. So you see that it's breaking out of pre-market high range, and then my risk is defined at 27, and that's how I mentioned that you can trade, you can add 1/3 or 1/4 size. If you are chasing, you can add it. Otherwise, your risk is 27, you have to wait for that pullback. Anyways, we were all long. That was my guidance to get long, and after that it was all about giving the targets. And I even noticed that at 10 a.m. it was making higher highs, it was holding. So I gave 28.50 target. So we met our 28.50 target right away. Then my next target was 30. I was trying to give 29 target as well, because once 29 is reclaimed, we go to 30. And then my target was 30, and then 30 was coming. So we hit 30. And then after that, I took the profits. When it was breaking this area, I took the profits. As I said, I gave my stops. My stops moved to 29, and because you lock most at the 30 psychological level, and then that was the one trade, and then comes the end of the day reversal trade. So what do you see here? 1, 2, or what I'm saying here? Watch 34.50 pullback for reversal. So this was 34.50 reversal from 28.40 level EMAs, and it reversed back 29.49. It almost moved back $1 from that reversal. So the morning trade target into 30s, and then midday reversal over the EMA Clouds. Both of them repeatable setups. Other thing, why was it an A plus setup? It was a 52-week breakout setup. It was a 52-week breakout setup. So when it's 52 breakout, it's bullish. It's one of the good setups. That's why it was running. So so you can see the chart is so bullish, and that's that. And it was on the scan all day because of that. So that was our breakout. Beautiful trade. You can see my comments all day. Here's my recap, all day recap on a firm. So let's move to the next one. So now let's look at the shop, right? So what was the plan pre-market? So there's always a pre-market bias. Shop is neutral bias, can fill the gap before the move up. So I wanted to see what shop does at open, right? I knew it can pull back before it moves, and that's what I said. It didn't fill the full gap, but it still pulled back. Let's say maybe it pulled back. Yeah, in under 61 Fibonacci. So it pulled back to this yesterday's resistance level, 1 hour levels, if you see from yesterday. So that's where it pulled back. Anyways, so that's when it pulls back there, and right away it reclaimed, look what I said here, reclaimed bullish pivot. So it reclaimed bullish pivot at 70, and then 73.50 was the breakout. The risk I gave was 72.10 level, and then it was all about trading that breakout. It pushed higher, so at 9.50 is when I talk about that. It was trading right around this level 73.20, and then it pushed to $74 from that breakout. Then it was pulled back to the EMA Clouds, and my stops I gave was 72.40. Never hit our stops. You can clearly see 72.40 was my stops. It hit 72.40, held our stops, and then so it was before that, even before it fell, because there was a seller. So there was a seller at 74. I could see it, right? And then it pulled back, held our stops. Then it started to push again, and 74 was the breakout. I said hold for the next leg. I clearly said hold for the next leg. And then it went to 74.47. Not a huge trade, but if you see from the morning, right, if you had 70, 72.40 stops, if I was taking a position later in the day at 73.40s or around 73s, I'm risking like 60 cents. Then I made, made 60 cents on the first move, and then pulled back, even better, EMA Cloud risk, 72.40 risk, and then you almost got, you almost got dollar back to 74. Then it further pushed, right? So that was easy, low risk all day trade on shop, and that was the guidance. Can't be more clear than that. So that's what we do, right? We follow the system. If it was bearish, no. If it's holding the cloud trend, yes, right? And I think even sharp was one of the 52-week breakouts, if I'm not wrong. But anyways, bullish chart, high can go higher. This chart on sharp is just was a beauty. So you can clearly see how it's and I think we push higher, more higher as well. So yes, sharp was on a 52-week highs, right. So yeah, so that was sharp, guys. Let's move to the next one. So NVIDIA was on my watch list today because of this reason. The 1 hour on NVIDIA was turning bullish over the clouds, 1 hour clouds, right? You can see it was turning bullish right here. 1 hour, if I look at 1 hour candles, it was turning bullish, and at the same time 10-minute was turning bullish too. So I was on the voice, so that's when I said, we can long some NVIDIA. And as my levels were clear, and from the pre-market sheet that I gave everyone, those were my levels that were clear. Then I said you can move the stops up to 4. When it started to move 477.90s, that's where you can move your stops up. And then it pushed into 10 a.m. that it doesn't look like much, but if I expand and stretch it, so you'll see that the move at the morning was from 478 to 482.43. So that was a good amateur move, a morning trade, and we of course were locking into that 10 a.m. And after that, when that was happening, right, you lock half the profit, and the rest of them, I said, move the stops to 478.50. So if your stops are at 478.50, for the rest of it, you never got stopped out, because it bounced before that and bounced from 34.50 EMA Clouds. Now of course you have to log half of your profits here. Assuming you log half of your profits, you're still in the money, so you can give that room. And then here's the 34.50 EMA Cloud bounce like clockwork, right? And then I said, and I did say here, I said if it breaks 512, it's going to pull back to 34.50, and that's what happened. It pulled back to 34.50, then it started bouncing from 34.50, and when it started to bounce, move your stops up further to 478.60, just 10 cents up. This was the lows here, and then it was a solid bounce back to highs. You can clearly see the big push into 485s, and trade. So you have the starter size, take off morning trade, then you add on this bounce for the midday trade, and then again you trade it from 478 to 85s. So so this is what I'm talking about, the all day guidance on NVIDIA. So it was beautiful. So really didn't need to do much either. So anyways, let's go to the next one. So next one we're going to talk about is coin, right? So coin was on my watch list, but in the pre-market it was under the cloud, so it was bearish. So it was on my watch list. I had some price alerts set, but then right at open it reclaimed the bullish buys, right? It reclaimed the bullish buys. You see back over Ripster EMA Clouds. It reclaimed this kind of level from yesterday. You can see here, and that's when you get long, right? So you have two levels of risk. 112, which is a little wider risk, or you risk this level that is a support from yesterday, 113.64 or maybe 114, right? Depends upon your size. You can size smaller. But anyways, I was on voice, and my next level that I gave on coin was 117. So the next level I gave, you can clearly see, was 117, and then after that my next level was 120, and then next level was 120, 186. Harpal was asking me how far my next level is, 120, 186, but yeah, I mean, we got what? We got 120, 146. And if you see, it still held the trend. I was talking about coin the other day because the daily was such a good psychological breakout. I mean, it's a good swing as well, and never broke it's still bullish. And I did say that it can keep squeezing. I did say something about the this one. If you see, I was saying that coin can actually squeeze nice daily, right? So that was a good one. So everybody was on coin. It was on a good day on coin today. It was like, it's all day. Coins. People ask me targets. I'm giving them targets. So anyways, so that was coin, guys. Simple, easy trade. You just have to be on top of everything, and just find your entry. It's all about your entry. You need to focus on your entry, small size, risk. First, find your risk before you click that button. All right, next one. Yeah, Tesla. There was, nothing special. I tried to avoid this, bearish trades, this B minus bounces. I don't really like them, right? But the only thing I want to show you guys here on Tesla is that my level, even though, because I have to guide everyone in the community, if you see my Tesla level, it was 236, 235s. When it broke, then I said that Tesla can, pull to 232, but then it started to bounce. So the 232 was your clear risk if you're trying to bounce that. I personally do not like that, because Tesla was bearish out of gate. It was, it rejected the pre-market highs. You can clearly see that, and then it broke these other levels that, 235 was my level, and pulled back to 232s. That's what I said on voice. And then it, but anyways, at the end of the day, you can clearly see there was an alert that said Tesla is going over 3450 clouds, 12 p.m. 235.53. So when it got over that, it pushed to 238.33. So you can clearly see, right, when the trend finally turns, your level of risk was always 232. So there was some good trading in the, I didn't touch it, but just some example of my guidance, how you don't have to just trade blindly or gut feeling. You look at your system, what the system telling you, what are your risk levels. That's all you need. All right, next one. So just a quick look on our swing play, which is pins. You could trade it as well, and as soon as market open, I said it's strong, it should push higher today, and it did push from 32s to 32.75s, right? So you see, I mean, yeah. So there was some bullish analyst news out on pins, and I mean whole market was bullish, but pins is really bullish out of the consolidation. The 30 break was good, and decent move. Yeah, if somebody day traded it, was decent move. It did give up though. You can see if you're day trading, it did give up when it breaks this 512 EMA clouds. That's when it breaks, then it pulls back, and then so anyways, just wanted to talk a little bit about pins, and let's look at the market now. So looking at the market, so if you look at the market on SPY QQQ today, guys, it was all sideways, it was all choppy. SPY was trading, as I always say, if it doesn't make a new high after 10 a.m., it's going to be chop. And that's what we do in the community. We are on top of it. We want to see that, is it a trend day, it's a chop day, or what. Moment it was doing that, I already said that you're going to chop, and there was a bearish candle at the open,
and then SPY is still barely holding the 1 hour bearish cloud EMAs. So this is what I was talking about. SPY is holding this. If it level breaks, it's going to be a bearish day. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. But it held a level, choppy day, held a level, choppy day. QQQ still broke out of the range. I talked about this range breakout here. So if you see, I talk about QQQ breakout of the range. So I said breakout of the range. So, okay, here you go. QQQ setting up for a breakout out of the range. And even if you took the breakout range, right, the breakout when it happened, it was a decent little trade. Still only traded 60% of ATR. SPY traded only 35%. So consolidation day. So maybe tomorrow, we'll see what we have. Either side will be good. So that was it, guys. So that was it. Hopefully we'll have more trend in coming week, maybe a Santa rally. But anyways, if you like what I do, ask me anything, any comments. I will help you out. Or ask me on Twitter, on my website, or YouTube. I'll help you out. And we have extended the community promo for one more day, so you can sign up with the link above and come for ideas and education. Do not come for alerts. Anyways, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.